Hey, it's Mary, the Twin Flame Alchemist. So I redid my whole office. Wonder if you guys can notice. I put some pictures behind me and there we go. So it's not a blank wall anymore. But I wanted to come on here and say hi to you guys. And another one is I've been hearing chatter about, in the Twin Flame community, should you have desires or are desires bad, right? And there is a lot of spiritual belief systems when it comes to desire. Is desire good? Is desire bad? Is desire from ego? Is desire you not being grounded in your soul energy? If you want something, is it because you're saying to yourself that you're not whole and complete? If you want to be with your twin flame, is that bad? Are you supposed to release all desires to be really super spiritual? So, what I want you to do is stick around for the answers to all of those questions. But first, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Mary, the Twin Flame Alchemist, and I would like to ask a couple of things from you guys. So, I work on this channel with equal energy exchange. So, if any of this free information is helpful, I just need you to do a couple of things for me. First, please make sure you like the video. Think of it as your public service, right? So if you are on the twin flame journey and this information is helpful to you, liking the video is how other people can find it. All right. Also, make sure you subscribe. And I hopefully will be able to put out like 2 videos a week so you can put on the notification bell. Usually it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. But also, I have a gift for you. So I only give the gift to people who stick around to the very end. So if this information is helpful, please make sure you stick around to the end to get your super secret surprise. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Is desire bad? Is desire not spiritual? Is desire of ego? I'm going to say that there are different religious philosophies that put desire in different categories. There is a very old school belief that desire is the root of all suffering. So, therefore, since desire is the root of all suffering, you should release all desire and have no desires whatsoever. This is actually a nice, fancy form of spiritual bypassing or repression, especially on the twin flame journey. Because as you guys know, if you're on the twin flame journey, the desire for your twin is so super high, right? The desire begins as fear-based energy that you need to have that person out there to fulfill you and make you feel better. If you could just get them, they're outside of you. If you could just get them, then they'll make you feel better, right? So that's where desire starts on this journey. And another thing is the question of good or bad is duality, right? So we're not going to frame it as good or bad here. But I do just want to like help you put it in perspective is if you are labeling desire as bad, then I just want you to be aware. Do you have an unconscious assumption that desire is unspiritual and that you should not have desire? And therefore you're labeling desire as bad, right? Desire is actually a very normal human thing. But on the spiritual journey, it is not the desire itself, it's the source of the desire. Where will you be getting your desire from? What's the source? For example, it's very easy to try to get the love from your twin flame, like your external validation, and you have this intense desire, but it's like so subconscious that you really need love, but you're trying to get it from out there. But that's not the source of it. So in that case, you will be sort of like thwarted in your desire to get it from outside of you. It really just won't be available. And if any of you guys are on this journey and have experienced that, no matter how hard you chase your twin to get the love that you're looking for or validation, you're not going to be able to get it. I have so many stories of that happening to me, and that is a normal part of the journey. That doesn't mean the love is unavailable from them. It means that you're looking in the wrong place. So you desire love, but you're looking out there and it can't be sourced from out there because that is not the source of love. So then you're going to be channeled into another direction on this journey. And that is by nature, by the nature of the twin flame journey, is to first learn that it's not out there. Okay. It's not that the desire is bad, it's that it's not out there, right? So the journey is not about removing the desire. It's really more about finding the source. Where is the source of this desire? What is the source? That's the trick. That's the part that you're going to have to learn on this journey. So the desire itself isn't bad, or it is not necessary for you to remove all desire for that thing out there. It's just that you have to understand discernment, meaning what is it you're actually looking for, right? If you're looking for love, looking to them is looking in the wrong place. It comes from you because you are the source of all love. You, on a soul level, are love. Therefore, the desire for love must only be fulfilled within yourself as the source. When you get to that point on your journey, when you realize, oh, it's from me, it's coming from me, then you're there. You realize that the desire isn't outside of you. It doesn't exist out there. It's here. So then at that point, the need for love dissolves itself because you realize that you are love and the love isn't coming from anywhere except from you. So if you are still in a state of consciousness where you equate desire, having desire for things, as the root of all suffering, I would like to formally disagree with that belief system because desire is always pointing you, especially when you're on the spiritual awakening path, back to yourself. When you find the source of the desire within yourself, you have found home, you have found union. Now, it may take some of us longer than others because we'll be looking under every rock all over creation until we've turned over every last rock and haven't found it anywhere. The bad news is that for most of us, the very last place we will look is within, especially when it comes to that really deep love that you're seeking from outside of yourself. So I don't think your goal here is not to suppress your feelings about your twin. Your goal here is not to repress anything or try to make yourself stop desiring them or move on so that you can find love somewhere else. Because that's either you, repressing yourself, which is avoiding the work that needs to be done, or B, looking under another rock, which is like a soulmate, right? Well, let me just go find a soulmate who will show me that I'm lovable. That's also making your journey longer than it needs to be and harder than it needs to be. The only place to really find the love that you're seeking is within yourself as God. As a soul, you are an aspect of God. You are God. You are all that is. Therefore, the love that you're seeking is coming from you, not anywhere else. It's not coming from a soulmate. It's not coming from a karmic. It's not coming from your twin flame. And that's the hardest part, is that you feel that soul. And well, you might not even know what you're feeling. You might not know that you're feeling the soul energy, but that's what you're feeling. And that's the reason why you're so highly drawn to this particular person, because they share your same soul energy, right? And the soul is the love. It's not the person, it's the soul. But the irony is that you will have to learn that it's not coming from the physical form of the twin, it's coming from you. So the way to find it is to go within yourself and you be the source of the love. I am love. You are sourcing all the love from within yourself. That's the quickest way to make desire not suffering. And another thing is we need to talk about assumptions and negative expectations. So if you are still in your pain body, if you are still in your fear-based energy, if you are still in your separation consciousness, right? If you're still in separation consciousness, you're not going to be able to see yourself as love. And you're not going to be able to source be love from within yourself. It's going to be super difficult, right? Well, you won't even know that you're supposed to do that because you're still pushing out. You're still looking for it outside of you. That's why this journey is a soul journey. It's a journey to come back home to yourself, to find what you've been looking for within yourself. And I have an amazing mastermind member who we had read this book together, right? This is one of my favorite books. And there's this amazing chapter on desire. And I'm going to read a couple of points to you that are very significant. So, we're going to talk about assumptions, okay? So, if desire equals the root of all suffering, then there are really some assumptions in there that you need to look at, right? So, if you assume that if you have a desire, the desire is the root of all suffering, because having a desire leads to suffering, right? So, the reason why that is happening is because you have an unconscious assumption that you will not receive your desire. You guys comment down below and let me know if that resonates with you. Okay, so you have an unconscious assumption, it's unspoken, that if you ask for something, you will not receive it. That's why desire equals suffering. That's why desire is the root of suffering, because there's an unconscious assumption between asking and receiving that means no, you won't get it. It's not yours. It's not for you. There's a reason why you can't have the desire. Because and if you're in a free state where you realize that you are your desire, the desire is you, and there is no separation between you and your desire, you no longer equate desire with suffering because there's no longer an unspoken assumption that you won't receive the desire. Therefore, you are your desire, and you ask. Okay, so think about this as another way to think about it. There is the very famous prayer, I guess you could call it, from the Christian tradition, which says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. That's my background. That's my history. That's why I probably don't really necessarily resonate with the suffer desire equals suffering. Because, as a creative being, we're here for consciousness to experience the creative process through us. That means desire is part of the creative process, right? So there's nothing wrong with desire. But in a freer state, when you as a consciousness are in a freer state, meaning ask and you shall receive, and there's no resistance in between, you will receive what you ask for. In a freer state, that which is chosen, whatever you choose inside of yourself, because you are the desire and you are love and you are all that is, there is no resistance between the receiving of the desire and the desire itself. That which is chosen manifests in our life effortlessly. Boop, like this. Ask and you shall receive. Simple as that. But there's the resistance in the middle that makes the receiving impossible or difficult or suffering, because you have an unconscious desire. You have a desire and an unconscious rule about receiving the desire that you can't have it. That's what you really need to understand, is that we surrender the emotion of the desire, meaning if there's anything in the middle that's saying you can't have the desire itself, instead you merely choose the goal, picture it lovingly, and allow it to happen, because we see that it is already ours, aka we already are it. I hope this is landing, you guys. Please comment down below and let me know if it resonates, if you understand that it's not about getting rid of your desire. It's about releasing the belief that says you can't have it, or that you're not it, or that it's separate from you. It's out there, it's separate from you. Especially on the twin flame journey, you are your twin. So why would you not be able to be in union with yourself, thereby your twin, right? There's a belief in the middle that says you're not that. It's not yours. There's a blockage. There's something wrong with you. You're not doing it right. You're wanting it too much. Or the wanting is bad. or the desire creates suffering. So let me pretend I don't have the desire. So you guys, you are it. You're it. You are pure consciousness itself. You are all that is. So you are powerful enough to create any outcome you, to, for lack of a better word, desire. And there, as long as you don't have resistance to receiving the desire itself, even if that means physical union with your twin, it comes through inner union first, but that means nothing is off limits. And I hope this is helpful to you guys. So for everybody who stayed till the end, I'm super glad you're here. Welcome. If you're new, thank you for staying. If you're returning, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, but also I have a couple wonderful things I'd like to talk to you about. I'm going to be very soon relaunching my membership site. So I have the mastermind, which I've talked to you guys about before, but instead of it being all, the main thing, the huge thing, I'm going to release like a replay version, which is for people who may not be able to do the full shebang, but it has a lot of wonderful stuff like mini courses and live group coaching replays. So you'll still be able to experience the mastermind even if you're not in it. That is for everybody who's interested. You guys let me know below if you're interested in that. But also, if you haven't already signed up for the 12 myths and mistakes that you're making on the twin flame journey that are keeping you in separation, there is an email series that I'm going to give you guys for free. And all you have to do is sign up below. It's going to be basically the basic, super basic place you start. Just stop doing these things that are like shooting yourself in the foot on the journey. So you can toss them in the trash. And then what are the truths of the twin flame journey? That's really all you need to know and all you need to move towards moving forward. Get rid of the myths, stop doing the mistakes. And what are the truths? Live from those truths, right? Embody those truths. That's it. That's all you have to do. So that's for everybody if you want that in below. But again, if you want to work with me one-on-one, the link's in the description box. Also, if you are interested in joining the mastermind, go ahead and click the links in the description box below. And thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and if you want to learn more about the 12 myths, watch this video, the one that's coming up next. And I'll see you later. Bye.